This is the Newsload.
Hi, I'm Carrie Ann Stevenson. I'm here with Newsload, committing Carrie, and today I am so excited to be able to interview Dylan Lindsay. Hello, Dylan. How are you today?
Hello, that was very kind of you to say, Carrie. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'm
How are
glad you're
you today?
excited. I'm good, thank you. I'm very good, thank you. Very, very good. Yourself?
I'm great. Where are you located right now?
Right now, I'm in KW. That's how you say it in big city terms, but like I'm kind of not in KW. I'm in Cambridge, which is kind of like part of the Tri-Cities of the area. So we like to sneak into that demographic when we can.
And how's your skateboarding or surfboarding hairstyle working out?
Oh, oh, it works out fantastic. I just don't know. I can't leave the 70s behind, I guess. And it's crazy because I don't even listen to that much 70s music. But I do donate it to cancer for once in a while. So it all ends up doing good things.
Oh, you
Uh,
chop it all off and make wigs
oh,
out of it.
I've done that. I've done that twice. I've made 9 wigs for cancer. Had it donated to 9 different wigs for cancer. So that's something I do like to do with it when I get bored. But it does feel nice in the wind
But
with
I
the
have
windows
to
down.
admit, it is a lush,
Oh,
beautiful,
yeah.
sandy hair
Thank you.
style that you have.
Thank you very much. I grew it myself, so I appreciate that.
Do you
That's
take
very, very nice of
vitamins
you.
or like cover it in mayonnaise or do anything
Is
that
whiskey a vitamin? Is that does that does that count?
beer is really good for hair? I wonder
Yeah,
if whiskey
well,
is.
which is Guinness. I drink Guinness from time to time. That might be what keeps it there. That's a true fact. I'm a big
Oh,
fan. I like the stouts.
there's a lot of minerals in Guinness, so you
Yeah,
are, definitely helping
that could be it. I owe my hair to my Irish friends, I guess.
there.
That could be definitely true.
So where were you born?
I was born in London, Ontario. That's where I grew up. Yeah, I lived there from when I was born to when till I was 10 years old. I was in the London District School Board or Catholic District School Board. I went to St. Francis School
And did you have to wear a
until
uniform?
no. We were only kids. So because I only went there till I was in grade 2.
Oh,
So I finished being in grade 2, maybe grade 3. And then I came up here for grade 4 and on. So I do love London because that's where my baby memories are. But like honestly, I only know 2 blocks because I wasn't allowed more than 2 streets over when I lived there. So I don't know what is like downtown and what London's really about.
okay.
That's the
Okay.
name
And
says.
what was growing up like for you with cerebral palsy?
Oh yeah, we should probably mention that. I'm just not a dude because I'm sitting down and not walking for you. Yeah, I was born with cerebral palsy. To be honest with you, it could have been a lot worse. Like it really, people like as much as people get picked on and like I'm not going to say it was 100% easy, but I always did find my people. And that was always something I knew how to do since I was young. I was never afraid, and a lot of that goes to my mother fighting to make sure I went into a regular school board because they didn't want to put me in they wanted me in a different kind of class for people with especially back in it would have been in the 90s. They wanted to keep me with other kids with disabilities, and my mom was like, no, put them in with regular kids. And she actually fought for that. And I have a lot of charisma or riz as the kids say. So that kind of has always been around, and I've never had a problem talking about it, even when I didn't know what the fuck sorry, even though I didn't know what the hell I was talking about, when I was a little tyke. But I always, yeah, there were mean people, but I always had people that would be there for me.
But in the
Growing
90s as well, like there wasn't as much access to stuff. There were more stairs than elevators, like escalators weren't in every building.
Well, for me, I wasn't worried. Well, yeah, that was something like I occurred in my day-to-day life. But growing up and going to school, I mean, I'm pretty sure St. Francis is a one-floor school. So or like so I didn't see my and I only went there for such a young age, so I would have been all grouped in with the little kids. So I didn't find that hard stuff. And like honestly, my favorite class was gym class because I liked being on the monkey bars. I liked doing all the crazy stuff and I was pretty bendy as a child. So I was surprisingly okay at sports and fitting in because I did use that a lot. Growing up outside of school, things were different, because I had surgeries a lot when I was young. The support I got from all of my family was amazing. But I do remember Christmases where I was in half body casts and stuff when I was like probably 8 years old. I think was the last time I was in a half body cast. I bet them. So they had to do that when I was in grade one, and then again when I was in grade three, and then but the support of being carried around on a board and stuff like that was something that my parents did. And so there were things that were difficult and things that were definitely different and like you said, being in the 90s. It wasn't like, there was barely even internet back then. I think the military only had internet back when I was diagnosed with cerebral palsy. So I don't know, man. It was a big thing for them. So we're really proud that we can take my cerebral palsy, turn it into something positive, and really kind of people what it's like to do that too.
Do you find that your journey made you funnier? That you found the funny in the difficult situations?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Having a positive attitude and taking a lot of things with grace. And especially in the 90s, was kind of the attitude. You don't take, there was a saying that like, sticks and stones take their bones. Bananas never hurt me. So if someone's making fun for speaking, don't pay attention and you just prove them wrong. But again, for me, in social situations, I know I was always aware, right? So there was always jokes to be cracked, and that was a nice way to make people feel comfortable with being around me. And then you realize like, I know what's going on, and like, my brain's not broken. And then all the clips come out and it's shining through, and like, oh man, actually, and then people started getting all that through humor. If I wasn't making a joke, they get especially growing up, a lot of jokes. Maybe it was self-deprecating and sometimes sad for people to hear, but it definitely did get me through a lot of stuff. Don't take the harshest that's coming out, right? Take off and use it as ammunition for the future, and medically, but use it as a shoulder, and if something wrong, and that's always takes in. But yeah, you got with like hard jokes as well. You do some people and it keeps people comfortable with you.
Absolutely. When you went to school, you studied radio?
Yeah, I went to school for radio broadcasting. I graduated the first time I was 21, so I was 17. I graduated the first time I was in college. There was a radio course that I studied in Hamilton, and I got and then I was able to left into a career for 95 day rocks.
How many memories that you have experiences as a radio DJ?
Oh, as a radio DJ, you get to meet some cool people. I mean, we're going to get a while later on to meet some people who should be talking about the station. That's not a secret. So that's pretty cool. There are people I met in the radio industry that I like that. Coolest thing about the radio, about being in radio, is that it keeps you young. It really does, because you go to all these free shows and concerts, and you get to really involve your community and what they find, and you kind of get to reflect and do October Fest is going to blast. And I'm sitting here just celebrating the Thursday, excited about October Fest, and it's like, oh no, I'm back at it anymore. So because of the environment, it's a crazy industry, and I would say for the world. To be honest with you, I spent people that I know and went to school with, and some people I work with today. So it's so crazy to see how these people and how connected the radio is. So I'm very, very proud to be part of that.
You guys do stand-up comedy and radio, like I the days like
because if I say the wrong thing at one show at stand-up comedy, then it's okay. If I say the wrong thing on radio, especially commercial radio, I lose a job, right? So right now I'm still trying to like find the balance of because the character and the people. That's the weird thing that I've had to live and do is that I still don't like being one person and knowing who I am. I have to split because there's one side that I don't have to leave. Not that I'm never getting on radio. I will find an artist this over here and possible. It's just I do it in a way that that's tasteful. Because like I can go to a comedy show and have a little routine and bring the house down and it's no problem, right? But I have to do that radio so it's like the separate entities have to be there. I have to be there. But is there called the diagram or the circle? Is that one? Yeah, okay. You remember the circle? There's definitely snack to stand up radio, and I hope that like artists big ball on top of one day. I did a break. Right now, I'm like the best secret in Canadian. I've been called that one month with people, and it's trying to get like, I don't know if I'm trying to get with, but I that much. I just wish people like take a chance on the time out of school and then move into the time right? So that's gonna be probably excuse my life trying to figure out how to do that.
Do you have a memory doing stand up?
The first time you ever do is probably everybody's favorite memory. I don't like because the first time you ever do it either goes real well and you never come down from that high and you're always chasing that dragon. If we can use that term, but like it's something I don't know when you've done stand up comedy before. When you did your first stand up comedy, you want to go up and do that again.
Well, I was terrible, and my first spot was on an open mic at Yuck Yucks, and because I was in the program, I didn't take it as seriously as other people who, like now, 24 years later, my knowledge of doing an open mic at Yuck Yucks and getting a spot is much more important than because of especially in Toronto competition. But getting an open mic when I was 18, coming from Lucan, no clue of the importance of I didn't know what punchline was, didn't have any tags. My set was awful. I was awful.
Not mine. Nope. I can. I ended up talking about that because it's a really interesting story about how people watching Talent Show, and it's a talent show where it's comedians. And watching the comedians, and my friends heard me, and like, you're funnier than people when you go tell your stories at the bar, because I said to her, I used a lot of humor to de-escalate things at the bar, or make people knew, oh, hey, like, what's going on? So I had all these one-liners that I had would do all the time, and just make me, everybody's like, you gotta go and try it. I want to know. So she called me and I signed up on it behind that. And they did tell me, so like the day before, she's like, she's like, oh, yeah, cool, okay, I'm cool, it's not comedy. And she called me the day before we finished, she's like, I'm some jokes. And then I did the stage. So I sat at 95 and while I had on my break, I wrote this set of jokes, and then up for the first time ever, and every joke that I wrote hit. Like, I was like, oh, so it's gonna be left. So it was weird to me, I was like, oh man, it's working. Everything I thought was gonna happen is happening. And I was like, this is insane. This is out of this world. Like, I see anything kind of have body experience. So I finished my set, I get off the stage, and then the comedian headliner was an oldest. What's his last name?
Antanos, one of the most
yes, fantastic. He filmed the night, and he found out while I was up there that it was my first time ever doing it, and then he called me, he told me to stand back up and take an extra bow, because everyone should have just realized that what I just did doesn't happen very often. And then he came up to me and he said, hey, I got that on film, and he sent me my first ever DVD of myself on stage. And then I talked to whoever was running the Yuck Yucks shortly after that. And then he was like, "Hey, come back. We're doing a comedy competition next week. Like, how about you come and we do that?" And I was like, "Dude, I'm out of jokes. Like, that was it. Like, like I wrote those like because I didn't know you could use the same jokes, right? I was like, oh, I'm out of jokes. Like, I'm done. Like, that's all I have." And he was like, "Hey, take that 5 minutes and do it again." And I was like, "Okay, man." So I went up and I did, and that's the beauty of comedy, is that the audience always changes, and the more you write jokes for your audience, the better off you will be. So I go up again, and boom, I go and I end up in second place on my second time ever doing stand-up comedy at this amateur Yuck Yucks thing. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I'm pretty good at this. And then I took that 5 minutes and I built it into about 45 to an hour, right, of just great material that I enjoy telling a story now. But I'll never forget the high I felt that first time getting off stage, being like, man, that was crazy. Everything that I wanted to happen just happened.
And it's beautiful too, because I've written with you, and your natural knowledge of, punchlines, tags, like being able to add a little tweak to some of my jokes has been beautiful, and it made the
that's very nice.
Yeah,
that's
you're
very nice.
funny. You're naturally funny, and it's wonderful. So, how do we follow you?
Can I say something about that? Because I know you might have one more question. I'm sorry, but it's the craziest thing, because I always find that I'm so much more funnier after I get off the stage interacting with people, because I'm in like a zone of like, okay, like everything just, you get the butterflies over with, and you go out and you have a smoke with somebody, or you're sipping your beer, and it doesn't shut off. And I'm like, why can't I do this stage all the time? And like, because that's my biggest problem. Is
podcast so that you can bring up more funny stuff after the show with your.
Yeah, I need to learn how to do more crowd work, and I just get so frustrated because I can crush people off of the stage. I have no problem making people laugh, but my crowd work needs work, but not like out of work. Like, it just needs work. I can communicate with people pretty well on stage. Sorry, you had another question. My fault.
Well,
I apologize.
I'm just curious to know where we can follow you on Instagram, and do you have a YouTube channel? What radio station are you working?
Oh yeah, you can listen to me on Dave Rocks on the weekends. 107.5 Dave Rocks. You can listen to that on the iHeartRadio app. You can listen to it on your computer if you're not in the KW region, or you can tune in your car at 107.5 FM, which is awesome. You can hit me up on Instagram, and I have a TikTok as well, Stand Up Guy 9009 for both of those, or you can find me on Facebook if you would like. I still mess with Facebook a little bit, so you're more than welcome to reach out to me on there as well.
Fantastic. Well, Dylan, I can't thank you enough for your time. I really appreciate it. The blue behind you is beautiful for Newsload. And if I can ask for one more thing, say it loud, say it proud. I love Newsload.
I love Newsload.
Thank you, Dylan. I hope you have an amazing day.
This is the Newsload.